This is Ashley Bowden, and you're watching Hollywood Junket. I am backstage, season 17, So You Think You Can Dance, hanging out with contestant Alexis. Hey, girl, hey.
Hi.
I am so excited that, first of all, nobody went home, and we get to see you another week. You are such a treat to watch every week. How did it feel? First of all, you got the biggest compliment from JoJo yet again this week, that she basically aspires to be like you. JoJo Siwa.
Crazy.
How did you feel when she said that?
I just feel so grateful, and this week was really special to me, and, me overcoming a lot of my fears. And, I was shocked to hear her say that, because I'm like, I kind of aspire to be like you. And, it was such an honor, and I just... It's honestly kind of hard to describe. Like, it's just this overwhelming feeling of gratitude. And I'm just really grateful that she sees that.
And that's beautiful. So you were very candid and open about your journey with struggling with confidence, which we all struggle with. So thank you for being candid and open about that, number one. But throughout your journey this week and throughout the competition, what would you say has helped you, develop more confidence, believe in yourself? What's been the standout thing that's helped you?
Honestly, the stories of each of my pieces that I've done. For example, this piece, was about an internal battle with myself. Amy representing the aggressive, side that's always been more dominant over my brain, and I represent, the fear, and it's kind of turning fear into fearlessness. And I feel like dance is a way I communicate, and so to learn these dances that have all these stories, I feel like that's helped me and understand myself even more, and I feel like a completely different dancer from them. And I think the choreographers, like Eleanor, was just created the most safe space, and I learned so much from her, and I'm just super grateful.
So this week was a little bit different. You were dancing with the same sex. It wasn't guy on girl, it was girl on girl. How was that, just getting used to working with another woman, you guys having similar bodies, you're not being thrown around and drug around the floor? How did that feel this week?
I love Amy. It felt great. And right when she came into the studio, we were already matching. We were wearing the same outfit. Our hair was parted the same way. We were just immediately in sync with each other. And she just felt like my sister already. And I feel like we created that immediate connection there, and she was someone I really could trust, and someone I've looked up to. I watched her season, and I was just in awe of her, and how she showed her emotion and all of that, and it was a real pleasure, developing that sisterhoodship, and also doing a strong that represents two powerful women, because I feel like a lot of these times women are kind of put head to head and against each other so much. And so it was really special to do a piece that where we build each other up, and we had to support each other through the whole journey, and just showed two strong women dancing together.
And you had a lucky situation this week. You had two former contestants that you were working with. What tips, gems, pieces of information did they share with you that you plan on taking along with you for the rest of the competition?
I don't think there's specific points. They gave me a lot of advice, but I think the overall feeling is just they just brought a lot of peace to me with everything they said, and a lot of calmness, when I've been feeling anxiety over. And they just helped me be in tune with myself more. I can't even explain, because they said it in so many beautiful words. And I feel like those words, it wasn't necessarily of what to do in this competition. It was more of they were helping me discover myself, which helped ease and gave me that calmness, if that makes sense.
It absolutely makes sense. And speaking of peace, speaking of calmness, what do you do to get your mind off of the competition? Although I know you're training a lot, but what do you do to unwind?
Well, I take a Epsom salt bath. I love baths. I, watch some TV shows. I like to bake. I'll like do something like that. But I like to do things like that are creative. So I like to like color. I have adult coloring books.
Oh, I love that.
I like to kind of like, release that in a way. And I love to be outdoors, because nothing's more special than feeling God's creations and like being like engulfed in them. And I feel like that's what really brings me a lot of peace too.
That's awesome, Alexis. Well, you guys, we are backstage, season 17. So You Think You Can Dance. I'm Ashley Bowden. This is Alexis. You are watching Hollywood Junket. And stay tuned for more interviews.